Hello everyone, in this video we're going to find the value of the following expression if it's given this equation. And also we need to note that here a, b, c and d are real numbers. So let's start. First of all, let me multiply both sides of this equation by 2. Then I will get 2 times a squared plus 3b squared plus c squared plus 3d squared divided by 2, and this one is equal to 2 times a plus b plus c plus d and minus 1. Now let me expand each side. Then let me start from the left hand side. Then I will get 2a squared plus 6b squared plus c squared plus 3d squared, and this one is equal to 2a plus 2b plus 2c plus 2d and minus 2. Now let me expand this, move this all term to the left hand side. Then I will get 2a squared plus 6b squared plus c squared plus 3d squared minus 2a minus 2b minus 2c minus 2d and plus 2 is equal to 0. So now let me group the last equation as follow. Now in the first bracket, 2a squared minus 2a plus 1 over 2 plus 6b squared minus 2b plus 1 over 6 and plus c squared minus 2c plus 1, and the last one is 3d squared minus 2d plus 1 over 3, and this one is equal to 0. And as we notice here, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 and plus 1 over 3 gives us 2. So therefore nothing has changed here. Now my main goal is to get perfect square, or in other words complete the square. So let me start from the first bracket. So here I'm gonna first factor out here 2 to get inside the bracket a squared minus a plus 1 over 4, and plus from in the second bracket let me factor out 6, then inside the bracket b squared minus 1 over 3b and plus 1 over 36 and plus, so let me write the third bracket as it is, c squared minus 2c plus 1, and from the last bracket let me factor out 3 to get d squared minus 2 over 3d and plus 1 over 3, and this one is equal to 0. Now to complete the square I need to continue to rearrange each bracket. So let me start again from the first bracket, 2 times, so here to complete the perfect square I need to express this minus a as 2 times 1 over 2 and times a and plus 1 over 2 to the power of 2. And in the same manner the second bracket is 6 times b squared minus, so here 2 times 1 over 6 times b and plus 1 over 6 to the power of 2, and plus from the third bracket I need to here write as it is, c squared minus 2c plus 1, and from the last one 3 times d squared minus, so here 2 times 1 over 3, sorry, here 1 over 9, and times d and plus 1 over 3 to the power of 2, so here plus, and this one is equal to 0. So now as you can see, now I can get from each bracket perfect squares. So let me start from the first bracket again, 2 times, so here a minus 1 over 2 to the power of 2 plus 6 times b minus 1 over 6 to the power of 2 plus c minus 1 to the power of 2 and plus 3 times d minus 1 over 3 to the power of 2, which is equal to 0. And as you can see here, the sum of these 4 perfect squares are equal to 0. So therefore to get 0 each expression must be equal to 0. So therefore here I need to start to equalize each expression to 0. So let me start from the first one. So the first one is 2 times a minus 1 over 2 to the power of 2 must be is equal to 0. And here I will get immediately the answer. A minus 1 over 2 is equal to 0. And here a is equal to 1 over 2. So from the second one, 6 times b minus 1 over 6 to the power of 2 is equal to 0. And here I will get b minus 1 over 6 is equal to 0. And here simply b is equal to 1 over 6. And from the third one, c minus 1 to the power of 2 is equal to 0. And here c minus 1 is equal to 0. And simply here c is equal to 1. And from the last one, so here 3 times d minus 1 over 3 to the power of 2 is equal to 0. And here d minus 1 over 3 is equal to 0. And d is equal to 1 over 3. So now we got here all values of a, b, c, d. And then, as we know, we are looking for the value of this expression. So let me rewrite this expression as it is here. So 1000a, let me write it, 1000a plus 100b plus 10c, so here, and plus d, and this one is equal to, so now it's easy to see that here we have to plug each value of a, b, c, d, and I will get desired answer. So therefore first we see that a is equal to 1 over 2, so therefore here I will plug into a 1 over 2, then 1000 times 1 over 2 plus, so b is equal to, we see that 1 over 6, then simply 100 times 1 over 6, and plus 10 times 1, and plus 1 over 3. Now let me here simplify this each fraction. Here, as you can see, 1000 times 1 over 2 is simply 500 plus, so here 50 over 3, and plus 10 plus 1 over 3. And here, as you can see, the common denominator is 3, and in the numerator we'll get 1500 plus 50 plus, so 30, and plus 1, and which is equal to, let me write here, so in the numerator we'll get 1581, and this one is divided by 3, and which is equal to 527. So as you can see, this is our final answer. Thank you for watching. Please comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel.